Truck driver for going on 30 years now.
Wow, I feel it. So you and your wife are fully employed.
Yes.
And you're doing this on the
Make that
side.
bitch pay.
Yes.
Kind of ish.
Well, full time on the side. Yeah.
That's amazing. You know, let's get into why both of you haven't quit your full-time jobs yet. But in the meantime, let's go check out the truck.
Alrighty, so there isn't a whole lot to show when it comes to just tools of the trade, really.
Yeah, you're right.
A hand truck is a must. You have to have a hand truck, a good one. Also, if you look at the top of the garbage can there's a four-wheel dolly sticking out. Oh, with a dolly, I can move a large piece of furniture out of a house and put it in the dump trailer myself.
There's nothing really a lot to show here, guys, but I think that brings up a good point, right, John? Like,
Right.
in this business, you don't really need a lot to get started.
You don't.
So what are the bare minimums? Talk to us about maybe
truck.
investing dollar-wise and tools to get started.
A truck and a hand truck.
That's the number
Put
one.
sides on this truck. There's an
Just
8-foot
another
bed on this
reason
truck.
to
If you
take
put
them
sides
out.
on it, like just a couple feet,
Sick of
2-3
hearing her
feet split side
propaganda
of the truck,
bullshit
you don't
since
even have to
Castillo
get a
took
trailer.
over.
You just start with a truck. You base your
But he
charging
was wrong,
on the size of your truck. What
Time
we
to
started
make
with
some
was
noise.
my wife and I found this old Chevy short bed truck at a garage sale for $750. We also bought a little hay trailer, and that was $1,400 for the trailer. We started with a truck and a trailer because I had a short box truck. I just didn't figure I could do enough work in a day to make it worth it for me to do.
Tell us about your first job. What does it feel like to get that first customer? What's the story on it? Anything unique? Anything fun?
Once we got our business established, our first real job, a real estate agent that we met, and she had a client who was an 80-year-old widow, and she had a big tree that was on her property that somebody had cut down, and they were supposed to haul it away. I went out and looked at it. This was a cottonwood tree, and I was like, hey, I don't even know what to charge you. And she said, well, I had to come out here, and he said it would cost $6,000 to remove it. And I said, I think that'd be a little cheaper than that. I said, what can you afford? And she said, well, I can afford $2,000. And I didn't know how to do it. I had no clue. So I called my father-in-law with a bunch of chainsaws and said, hey, I got this tree I'm supposed to remove. Will you come help me? And so we worked on that for weeks. I was out there every single day. We cut this thing into big chunks, then we had to split each chunk into about 8 pieces in order to make it liftable. Because the cottonwood is wet. And because you couldn't dump wood that size, I just and still to this day, I have some of that cottonwood.
What's the lesson there, John? Like,
Today, I wouldn't say yes to a job like that for that amount of money, but it was a great experience. It really helped that lady, and it felt really good. Our cost was just about in my labor. I mean, really, it didn't cost me anything other than gas on my truck and my time. And I think that, service is huge when it comes to a business.
well, I'm excited to go check out an actual job site, show you guys how profits are made and just a little business. Let's do it.
All right.
Can you tell us a little bit about how long this job will take, how much it will make, profits, whatever?
Yeah, so typically this will take under an hour to load, and then we go probably about $675 on this one, and then we clear probably a little over $500.
Oh, wow. So you mentioned YouTube as a way to discover this business, but what made you sure that it's junk removal, and how did you learn the ins and outs?
It made sense to me because I love physical labor. Grab the stuff, you put it in your trailer, it's empty, it's clean, it's done, and gone, right? And then that's kind of what made me sure. Also, it's around transportation, which is what I've been doing for a living for years. So driving a truck, backing up a trailer, going from place to place, that really appealed to me, not being in one stationary location all day. So that's what really made me decide.
What services do you offer, and what's been the most profitable?
So we do primarily junk removal. We also do light depth removal, kitchens and bathrooms. The most profitable actually is hot tub removal. Interesting. Surprisingly, people, they get them, they break, it costs more to fix them than it does to buy a new one, so they just get rid of it. It's problematic because they're so big and so heavy. We charge about $675 for a 4-person hot tub. I charge $1,000 for up to a 12-person hot tub. Well, and usually the demo hot tub takes anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes.
What kind of per hour are you shooting for this in general?
Yeah, our goal is $200 an hour. From the time I leave my house till the time I return to my house, I get $1 for every hour spent. Otherwise, it's really just not worth it to be away from my kids.
How are you bringing in customers initially in those first couple weeks, couple months, and so forth?
Primarily Facebook. We just went on all the community pages and kind of put our logo and our name out there, let people know that we were in business. We were on vacation about a week before we actually officially launched our business, and my wife met the lady who was the lead singer in this band that was performing out there. She was a real estate agent, and my wife started talking to her about how we were starting this business, and so she recommended a networking group locally that we could join called Ignite You. And so when we got home, we signed up, and it created a bunch of really great connections with real estate agents and property managers builders and construction people. And I think still to this day, either directly or indirectly, we probably get 70% of our business from that networking group.
Wow. If you guys are enjoying seeing how this business operates, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss any other exciting businesses that we have coming up. And of course, it helps us bring on amazing entrepreneurs like John.
You've forgotten to get that special someone in your life. Well, Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. Get it now. Call them for like 11 months early. What do you have to lose?
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds of Liberty Mutual.
Where's the golf cart? There it is.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You're dealing with junk, you've got metal, wood, all kinds of materials. Let's discuss the importance of separating and the potential of making additional revenue there. So you've got metal, you've got glass. How do you do it?
Right, so it's furniture like this, it's non-recyclable. There's nothing you can really do with it. So this, unfortunately, we just go to the dump.
Even with the glass,
Even with the glass and stuff in it, it'll just go to the dump. It's too much labor to pull that out. Metal itself, right? So we have ferrous metal, we have non-ferrous metal. We do our best to separate that stuff out. Right now, I think that the going rate, say for copper, is $2.61 a pound. If I find pieces of copper, I save that, I put it in a bucket, I save it until I have 10, 15, 20, 30 pounds of it, and then I go and sell it. And so, it's a substantial gain of money when it comes to the fact that they paid me to haul it away, and I'm getting paid to get rid of it.
You don't have to legally do it. That's your
No,
choice
it's
as
just
an
my
operator,
choice.
right?
It's just another.
It's more labor.
Right. It is because customers love it. They love the fact that you're coming and not taking all their stuff to the landfill. And we live in Washington State, it's a very ecological-friendly state, and we have limited space in our landfills, which is just the truth. And so the less we can put there, the more we can keep out of the landfill, the longer we can keep going to the landfill, the longer I can stay in business. So it is a win-win for everybody to separate.
Can you quickly share some cool things where you brought junk out and it ended up costing selling for $1,000 or more?
We were doing a job, we were cleaning out a barn, and we found I don't even know what it's called, but it's a machine that magnifies books. Mm-hmm. And so I looked it up online. It was a $3,000 machine. It was brand new in the box in this barn. And so I brought it home. We put it online. We sold it for $700. We appreciate that.
Another man's treasure, or I understand
one man's junk is another man's treasure.
There you go. They say one man's trash is another man's treasure, but John knows better than most. It's only true if you can see what others don't. John's ability to adapt in real time and make critical decisions is why he's pulling in over $20,000 a month. But with growth comes chaos. Tracking invoices, managing jobs, juggling payroll, forecasting expenses. It's tough to see what matters and make the right call. That's where NetSuite by Oracle comes in. It's the AI-powered business management suite that unifies your accounting, financials, inventory, and HR all into one convenient dashboard. With NetSuite, you get total visibility. So if I needed to make my next big move for my business, this is the tool I trust to guide it. Plus, with AI built in, NetSuite helps you automate the stuff that slows you down. That means more time growing your business and less time buried under admin clutter. The formula is simple. Clarity equals confidence. NetSuite gives you both. If your revenue's in the seven figures, download the free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/upflip. That's netsuite.com/upflip. All right, it's time to join. Ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. What's the strangest thing you've ever found on a job site?
Dentures. Old guy called before the job, said he couldn't find his dentures, said please keep an eye out for him, and we found him.
You found him. Okay.
Got his smile back.
If someone gave you $10,000 to invest in your business tomorrow, what would you spend it on?
Another dump trailer.
Nice. Okay. How often do customers try to negotiate your prices down? What's your response?
Price is the price. They do try frequently, and I just say price is the price.
Well, what's the biggest tip a customer has ever given you?
$1,000.
Whoa. Rich. When you eventually leave your full-time job, what's the first thing you'll do with downtime?
Spend more time with my kids.
Love it. Last one. What keeps you motivated on days when you're exhausted from your regular jobs?
My wife.
You win. So are we just taking this and you throw it all in the trailer at once and then you separate, or should we do that now?
So in a little job like this, what we would do is take the little metal and put it in the back of the pickup truck. So that separates it. I mean, there's not enough here to separate loads.
Okay.
In bigger jobs, as the guys are pulling, say cleaning out a house, the guys would pull all the metal and put it in a big pile in the front yard. and we would load all the junk that goes to the dump in the trailer. And we would load the trailer with all of the metal from the job last, so it's separated.
Okay. That's money, maybe.
But now revenue for the month were $20,000 to $25,000 a month, pretty consistently.
Not bad.
And then that's on average. Average slow time of the year. Our biggest month since we've been in business was like almost $50,000. Wow, but that was just bananas. A lot of big jobs. So, I mean, profit margins, we're at 60 to 70% as a profit margin just because our overhead is so low because we're debt free.
True.
So,
I mean, yeah, obviously things would look different if we had a staff of 10 people plus.
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I know I'm not much help on the set.
Maria's starting to feel like an ex.
Might as well.
Get your hands dirty a little bit.
Get my
Yeah, might
hands
as well.
dirty and find out why in the world are you two still working full-time jobs? I think people are wondering that.
So the goal is for it to not be the case. I mean, originally when I started this, my wife got laid off, right? So the idea was for mixed career.
Maria's going to
However,
get the
we have
message
6
now.
children with 6 sets of activities. We have a mortgage. We have all of the normal
Took
bills
care of
of
the
an
propaganda.
American family. So I started thinking of the business less as of a revenue stream for our family and more as an asset and a legacy builder for our kids. So a big part of the reason we're keeping careers is I have a pension with my career. Allison has a
as good as
pension
gone,
with her
Tanya.
career. And so that's for our retirement. This business is to pass on to our kids. So we're building it from that perspective. We don't take a lot of money out of this business. We reinvest it into the business,
Debt-free.
saving,
Yeah.
to buy equipment and advertising and so forth. So the goal is eventually for me to